Thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett, and today I am answering a quick question with a somewhat quick answer for Android coding. And basically this question comes in, and I want to get into something real quick before I actually get into the question. This is the first time I got a complex question like this, and if you're going to send me a question kind of like this where you have to put out some code, or you think you might have to, then make sure you save the stuff to your GitHub and then just link me the project, and that way I can take a look at it in its full glory. Because one, and this is pretty important, what can happen is you might think, okay, this information is cool and whatever, and I don't, it might not be working because you got the wrong ID or whatever. So what you think's relevant may not be, or it could be, but it's a little bit easier for me to do that. Let's see. Beyond that, if it's like a simple question like how do you make an on-click listener or something like that, or how do you make a button, then that's pretty easy, and I can throw it up. But even answering something like this gets very complex, and I gotta get into a video like this. And I don't have a problem with that, but it's easier to go through GitHub. So as far as that goes, basically the person, what they want to do is have a button that changes the background and the background color, and every time the button's clicked. It's cool. So basically I got a basic setup. I'm not going to run it through emulator or whatever, but basically you have a button, you click it, and it changes the background. How's that happen? Where I'm assuming that if you're watching this, then you pretty much know the basics, the ID and whatnot. But basically what you need to do is say when the buttons click, you need to go in and get the method. So the get color method, I have it in a different class. In the get color method, basically it's a random number generator. It pulls out from that list and it says, okay, this is the one, it sends it over. So, and it returns it as a integer. But basically it pulls from the list and sends it over and says, get the thing from that method, and then down here it says set the color to that. So set the text color or set the background color to that. So what you would need to do, the person, what they're trying to do is pulling over, is they're trying to put it all in XML, which I understand where that was going, but really you need to use something like this where it's a class, because what's happening is it gives you a little bit more functionality. It's actually slightly easier, unless if you're doing a very static thing. So I think they wanted a random, changes the background every time. Yeah, so they wanted a random, and the only way to really do this is to go through a class. If you want to do a static, you can use a XML file, which is fine. You just got to pull from it. But what we're doing here is we're just getting through a class and say, here's a random number generator, spit out one of the following, send it over here, and then it says change the color of that to that, and it'll change the background and also the text color. I didn't change the I didn't add that into here, by the way, so in case you're wondering, but I figured having a button, I'll add the other stuff later. Having a button will answer your question right there. But anyways, as far as that goes, if you got any questions or anything else, then feel free to let me know, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. And again, if you got a little bit more complex, make sure you have it on GitHub, and that way, just link it over, and I'll take a look at it on GitHub. Don't use shorteners, by the way. I don't click on shorteners. There's no reason to use linked shorteners on here. But as far as that goes, have a good day. Subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Yada yada.